loved all of Emily Henry's books, but this one was different. Hi, hello, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a review of one of my most anticipated reads of the year, which is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I'd imagine that you have to know who Emily Henry is, but if you don't, she is one of the incredible authors behind some of BookTok and BookTube's most popular books, such as Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and now Happy Place. I first started seeing information about this book on Emily Henry's Instagram page a while ago, and she was sharing screenshots of her writing process and just some of the behind the scenes things that take place in writing books and in writing this book. So already I was super interested in reading this book because I just really love when we can get some information about an author's writing process and just the things that go into writing some of our favorite books. So ever since I first started seeing those very first posts from Emily Henry about her new book, I have been keeping them and screenshotting them for you so that I can share them with you in the case that you didn't see them when she posted them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those up on the screen for you. It really just shares some of her behind the scenes writing process, but I found that super fun. So ever since then, I have been really wanting to read this book. So now I finally know more information about this book. And in this book, we are following our two main characters, Win and Harriet, and their friends refer to them as the perfect couple. They have been dating for a really long time, and they started dating in college, and it just seemed like they were a perfect match until their recent breakup that no one in their friend group knows about. Harry and Win are part of this incredible group of friends who all met in college and have just remained really good friends. And while they were in college, they all kind of shared apartments and just shared that experience and time in their lives together. So they just all are very special to each other. And although they've each moved to different places and started their own careers, they still meet once a year to do a friends trip where they dedicate a week to just spending time with each other and just catching up. And now, of course, it is time for that annual friends trip, but no one knows that the perfect couple have broken up. Harry and Win have decided to make a pact that they are going to pretend that they are still in their perfect relationship because they don't want to tell their friend group that they have split up, because people really look up to them for their relationship and they don't want to ruin everyone's time. They end up having to share a bedroom with one single bed, and they are also having to pretend to be the perfect happy couple that everyone expects that they are. So they are going out, they're doing activities, they're going on dates and sharing a room to convince all of their friends that everything is the same. Things seem to be going well at the beginning of the trip, and it really feels like Win and Harry's friends are not catching on to the situation. But then things start to really fall apart on this friends trip, and it feels like everyone has really drifted from each other and that no one really knows what's going on in each other's lives. The friend group then finds out that the main cottage that they visit every single year is up for sale. So this is going to be the last trip that the group is going to have in this cottage. Now, sure, they can pick a different spot, but they are starting to really have a hard time grasping that this is going to be the last time in this cottage, which they have gone to every year for as long as they can remember. So instead of just being present and enjoying their time together and enjoying their last trip at the cottage, they start to overcompensate. And so they start doing a bunch of activities, and their days are filled. They have an itinerary, and they're kind of trying to do everything that makes them feel nostalgic and reminds them of all of the years they've been going to this cottage. but honestly, it becomes too much. They're not really enjoying any of their time together. This is a dual timeline book told from Harriet's point of view, and the dual timelines are: one is the timeline that we are in currently, where this is the last trip and everything is kind of falling apart. And the second timeline is the beginning of the friendship and the progression of all of these people becoming best friends, and Harriet's relationship with Win, and they continue to go until we find out what happened with Harry and Win and kind of find out what's going to happen in the future. I am not going to share any more about the plot with you because I still really want you to read this book, but let's dive into my thoughts. So I'm going to start by saying that based on the cover and the look of this book, I really expected that this was going to be the epitome of summer and just happy, easy to read book, but I was wrong. I have loved all of Emily Henry's books, but this one was different. So let me kind of give you a little bit more information on why I feel this way. So like I mentioned, from the look of the book, I kind of just expected this to be all about summer and where you could just feel it and sense it and kind of crave it through the book. But while this book does have some really great references to the beach and weather and swimming, it was not the entire premise of this book. This book is not the quintessential summer experience reading that the cover makes it seem to be. There were a lot of deeper meanings and conversations and character development that make this book not really the cutesy, summery romance that you think that you're gonna get. This book has some really important topics to read about and discuss, and for me really felt like more of a self-discovery and found family type of book. Now there is some romance, but it is not what the entire plot is about, and there is so much more to this story than just being a cute summer romance. I am not sure how Emily Henry can continue to write such gripping books, but I loved the characters in this book like I have with all of her other books. This book made me wish that I had a really strong friend group like the characters have. I just thought it was so beautiful that the characters knew each other better than they knew themselves, and that is just such a good thing to hope for and strive for in your own relationships and friendships. And I also have to say that I loved the way that Emily Henry wrote the characters and felt like they were so relatable. Emily Henry is so good at doing that in all of her books, and especially this one. I think that everyone is going to find a character or just pieces of the characters that they can relate to, and I really enjoyed the way that she wrote about the characters' feelings and the way that they're working through life and work and happiness and sadness and just growing into adults. For an overall rating, this is going to be 5 stars from me, which is also in line with every other Emily Henry book I've read. None of them have scored less than 5 stars. She remains an auto-buy author from me. Would be a fantastic pick if you enjoy romance or found family, or if you just enjoy all Emily Henry in general like I do. Emily Henry has a way with words that I just adore, and I cannot wait to see what she writes next. If you have read this book, I would love to know what your thoughts are, especially since I really do feel like this one is a little bit different from some of the others that I've read by her. Like I said, it's still fantastic, but to me, it was just a little bit different than what I was expecting. So let me know if you've read it, and if you haven't, let me know if you are planning to read it. I cannot wait to discuss this one a little bit more with you. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!